mysterious illness baffles the lifeguards.
His eyes roll to the back of his head. Kind of look like a demon.
I just got a call from Bill from Lush. He said he's got a lady over there that's semi-conscious, kind of in a crouched position over the road. I don't know if you've got someone spare to go and check her out.
Copy, mate. I will try and send one of the boys up there ASAP.
Lifeguards head to a cafe behind the tower where a woman is found semi-conscious.
I'll take your oxygen off for a minute and we can just give you a sip of water, okay? Water? Nice, cold. There you go.
Matt is on his own and the situation is becoming far more serious.
Hey, boys, do someone want to swing over with the defib?
Yeah, copy. Coming now.
I've just given her water, and as soon as she took water on, she went.
Lifeguards find some medical tags and learn the woman is from Norway and her name is Christina.
Hello, are you there?
Christina, you alright?
I'm going to put you back on the oxygen, Christina.
Driving to Central, me and Whip are just walking back behind to Lush. Yeah, boys, right inside entry of Lush.
Really fluctuating pulse.
Watch out, guys.
You know what? I just don't want him to be choking. Can you take a big breath for us here?
Yeah, we've got his gear here. There's, Norm's coming down now.
More serious medical expertise is needed. Fortunately, paramedic Norm is still at the beach, following the resuscitation just minutes earlier.
Now, if anybody else collapses on this beach, don't call me because I'll be the next victim. Open your eyes, sweetheart. Good girl.
Oh, mate, she's got patch on her. She's got like
A patch of some kind. Okay, leave it in place. Okay.
It could be an injury. It's like one of those little...
Could be a Holter monitor as well.
She had a monitor attached to her hip and we found dog tags, but none of us knew what it was.
The woman's condition is identified on her medical tags.
Dyspraxia? You went on me.
We asked Norm what dyspraxia was and he had no idea. So we were all stumped at that stage.
What we do with things like this, we treat what we see. So we've got airway, we've got breathing, we've got circulation. There's no hurry for anything else, and all the other stuff we can find out relevancies later.
It's like it was all kind of bizarre. It's like this lady had some serious medical conditions. Oh, you're right. Here she is, Christina. You look a lot more alert. How you feeling?
You're doing good there.
You're in good hands, Christina. Everything's going to be fine, right?
More paramedics arrive. The objective is to get Christina to hospital immediately.
Very weird situation. Very tough one to diagnose for anyone. I'd probably have to do about 15 years of study if I want to start fixing dyspraxia or whatever it is.
1, 2, 3. Up. Don't tread in the vomit.
I already have 8 times.
You know, like having Norm there is amazing for us because we do a lot of training with the paramedics and everything comes into play. Every little incident we do with him, we learn from it, and we're treating every patient with, you know, pretty much critical life-saving techniques that we've learned.
Big day. These guys, they just perform every time, so with my input. No, they do a great job, so it's good work.
Christina has made a full recovery and today has come to thank the lifeguards.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you? The outcome was that I had an allergic reaction. I have had that before from a spider in Denmark.
Yep.
Sometimes, for me, it's also something, if I feel pain, I don't do the same as others, so I can go days before I actually recognize if something has happened.
And the boys said you did quite a good spew.
Let me say, I normally don't puke in public, and puking are normally not allowed. I lock the door, do it by myself.
Adding to this already curious situation, Dino and Christina actually know each other.
She's a friend of mine on social media. That morning I took Christina for a stand-up paddle lesson and she was just so rapt. She was over the moon. To come to Bondi was sort of one of her dreams.
You never think someone looking so good in the morning and then all of a sudden she's unconscious at Lush, vomit everywhere, just looking terrible.
Well, absolute legend. Living with that must be so tough. I have so much respect for her. Just getting by day to day must be intense.
At the south end, conditions are becoming hazardous.
Just a reminder, if you're going to swim here, you've got to stay right in close to shore. Don't swim out. as that rip will snatch you and take you straight out to sea.
Jack's focus is on the water.
If you want to have a proper swim today, the only place is in between the red and yellow flags.
The man unconscious over there. What? There's a man unconscious. Whereabouts, buddy? Where all the guys here?
It's not in the ocean where Jack is needed most.
South and in Central. I think there might be something going on. Ramp 2 area.
It's always concerning when people come running up to you from the public because there's a lot of panic on their face. The report with someone's unconscious a little bit further up the beach. So I just needed to get there quickly and figure out what had happened.
2 surf instructors found a man lying face down in the surf and dragged him to shore.
So he's breathing, but conscious, but not really responsive. Can we get an ambulance down here, please? Copy.
He was close to unconscious, but still a little bit of life there. And his eyes rolled to the back of his head, which is obviously worrying. Kind of look like a demon.
Ambulance, thank you.
All I know at this stage is this gentleman was having a surf and that he came off his surfboard and started sort of shaking or seizing in the water, and that's when the surf instructors grabbed him and dragged him back to the beach.
Dazed and confused, the patient behaves erratically towards the men who saved him.
I'm feeling really bad for the patient at the moment. He's clearly disorientated. He doesn't understand why we're there and why he actually needs help.
Veteran lifeguard Azza backs up. Lifeguards have no idea how long the man was floating in the surf or how much water he may have inhaled.
Mate, lie down on your back. Lie him down. Roll him over. That way. No. Put this arm up, straight.
The risk of having a second seizure is at its highest within 15 minutes of having the first seizure. So we tried to get him into the recovery position as quickly as possible. Because he's been face down in the water, I'm worried that he may have swallowed water or gotten some into his lungs, which is called secondary drowning. And if there's water on the lungs, it's taking up valuable space for the oxygen that needs to go throughout your system.
Put your arm up straight. Put your head down. Relax. There you go. Just rest. There you go. Relax. And look after you. It's all right. We got it. Can you sit over there?
The man's mother arrives on the scene. She may have critical information.
See, you don't have any seizures?
No.
No? Has he been drinking at all today?
No.
No drinking?
No. You alright?
The patient's name is Paul. He and his mother have travelled from the UK to visit his sister.
His eyes are rolling a bit.
Just check his breath rate. Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Bondi Lifeguards Central. Can you just give me a little bit more information about the patient?
Paul was surfing with his sister's boyfriend when he may have suffered a seizure.
He went unconscious for about 5 seconds in the water. He's conscious breathing, but still every now and then his eyes will roll back.
Copy, Jack here. We're just going to move you back a little bit. Oh, good boy, good boy. Come on. Just walk over here, we'll walk away from the shore. Come on. Go.
With a rising tide, lifeguards move Paul to higher ground. But he's still resisting help.
Sit down here and relax.
Sit down for us, buddy. What's his name?
Paul.
Paul, sit down for me, please. We're just going to help you out.
Paul, just sit
Nothing
down.
else, we're just helping you out.
Sit.
You went unconscious in the water, okay, buddy? You need a bit of help.
You in the water.
You are, Flo.
Buddy, you're soaking wet.
You are. Sit.
Paul, you need to sit down, buddy.
Whatever he's been through, it's obviously taken a pretty massive toll on him. He has no idea where he is, where he's been, or that he's had a pretty significant medical episode. Sit down for us, buddy.
Just going to get
We're
your
just
breath
going to
back.
help you. That's it. That's all.
You're just going to get your breath back. You just need to sit down. You're in the water. You're soaking wet. You've been in the water. You just got pulled out of the water.
If Paul doesn't comply with Lifeguards' instructions, his condition could rapidly worsen.
Bend your legs.
Bend your legs, bend your legs, bend your legs. You've got to help us help you, okay, mate?
Mate, you've got to sit down. Come on, I'm going to help you sit down, all right?
Sit down for us, buddy.
There you go. Boy.
All right. You're all right, buddy. We're just here to help you.
Lifeguards' priority is to administer oxygen.
Paul, this is going to make you feel a little bit better, okay? It's just oxygen, okay? Just put that on.
But Paul's vital signs are disturbing.
Second round to Central. We've got a pulse of about 60. And oxygen back of 91.
He's very poorly perfused and it's not really improving with the oxygen.
Copy, Jerry.
His condition is still precarious. At this stage, he's got quite poor saturation, which is low oxygen, and he's very poorly perfused, which means his blood isn't moving as well as it could. Based on the readings that I'm getting, my first guess is water in the lungs.
Go on your side. We're just going to roll you on the side again.
It's right now that we need the paramedics here as soon as possible.
Now.
Time is quite critical at the moment, so it's a real relief when I can hear those sirens.
Is it possible to get him on a board on one of your buggies and get him up there?
Yeah, go get the board.
Tests will hopefully reveal why Paul blacked out. But there is a more immediate concern.
The paramedics are fairly certain that he's taken in a bit of water in the lungs. So they've taken him off to hospital to get that pumped back out.
1, 2, 3, 3.
All in all, I'd say the patient was quite lucky. I hope he's doing okay, and I hope one day he can come back to Bondi and have another surf without any drama this time.
Imagine that was out the back. If he was out the back, we would have sung. Oh, yeah. We're so lucky. So lucky to have the surf instructors down here. So.
Paul spent a night in hospital to monitor his lungs. A brain scan failed to reveal if he had a seizure. Since returning to the UK, he suffered no further medical episodes. 38-year-old Yil from Northern Europe arrives with stings to his arms and neck.
Massive shaking. Yeah? Are you cold though, or are you just... No? Okay. Have you had any allergic reactions to anything before?
The poison has reached the lymph nodes in his armpits.
That's your whole glands area under your arm. Okay, it's sort of on fire. That's what happens. Tell me about the fainting.
I just feel like, oh, shit.
Yeah, a bit lightheaded. All right.
In my guts.
In your stomach, it's probably also a little bit of a reaction.
Yil's pain level is consistent with a blue bottle sting. But then, he says something which sounds alarm bells.
It's stopping me to breathe.
It's stopping you to breathe. Difficulty breathing is, a huge worry for us. He's got abdominal pain, which can also be a really big red flag for anaphylaxis. I'm a little bit worried about your breathing. All right, and I'm also a little bit worried about... So stomach, middle of the stomach, is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, get an ambulance. Yeah. So we're going to get the paramedics to come down and have a look at you, all right? Hoping it's just a bad reaction. He's looking really unwell, and we're thinking if we don't do something here, this situation's getting out of control really quickly.
Anaphylaxis is a serious allergic reaction. Onset is rapid and can cause death. Treatment is adrenaline via an EpiPen.
We're going to give you an EpiPen, so it's just a shot in your leg, okay?
It's not much.
It's like a pin,
a little pin.
Okay?
So we're just going to have to put it in.
The adrenaline will reduce swelling in Yil's airway.
We just don't want you to be having a really severe allergic reaction. Paramedics are going to come down and have a look at you, all right? So we've given the patient the EpiPen, and we can see that he's improved for a little while, but it was only momentarily, and he's struggling again now, so we're thinking, well, what's our plan B?
One method for treating blue bottle stings is a hot shower.
We almost get him in a hot shower, but you know what I mean? How do you feel about doing that?
Still.
As you can stand, okay? So I want you to have it like boiling hot.
large temperature fluctuations are consistent with an allergic reaction.
The hotter the water, the better it is for the venom.
There is no known treatment for bluebottle stings. The toxins which cause the immense pain usually start to subside after 20 minutes. Full recovery can take 2 to 3 hours.
How's your breathing feeling now compared to before? Similar breathing. Similar. Is it tightness of the chest or hard getting oxygen in? Hard to get oxygen in. Okay. Yeah.
After a shot of adrenaline, a hot shower, and more than 15 minutes in the care of lifeguards, Yil's condition is still poor.
I want you to just hold that over your face. You can keep your head out of the water and just try and get some oxygen going, some pure oxygen going into your system. We're just trying to flood his body with all the things that we would think that might sort of aid this situation with a blue bottle sting, and you know, it's not really working.
Paramedics arrive. Their first concern is Yil's ability to breathe.
Hey mate, any troubles breathing right now? Is it more pain? Any pain in your chest when you breathe? In your chest or your stomach? Stomach.
25 minutes after he presented himself to lifeguards, Yil is prepared for hospital.
I'll get the bed.
Yeah.
We'll just treat it as is for now.
Yeah.
We'll just get him on and then we'll
get him out.
Yeah, done.
We see a lot of blue bottle stings down here every summer, hundreds of them, and you know, that one was right up on the high spectrum of severe, and you know, he was throwing out a 10 out of 10 score for pain, and I would only assume that you're dealing with an anaphylaxis case here.
It's a quiet weekday during a temperamental summer. There's a call to the tower.
I've got a young kid breathing around in pain. He's holding his stomach. I'm just going to check him out. His mum ran up to me.
I could see him on the shoreline there, eh?
At Southend, a young surfer suffers severe stomach pain.
Who's witnessed this? I'm his dad. Okay. What happened? He just...
11-year-old Calvin came to the beach with his parents.
Tell us what's happening, buddy. What's happening?
I was surfing and then I
just try and relax. Yeah? Just out of the blue?
He was just surfing and he came out of the sea and he started complaining about stomach cramps. So I let him sit here for a while and I thought it would sort of pass, and it didn't. It just got progressively worse.
Terry needs help diagnosing the problem.
Yeah, where's the pain? Big lumpy yak.
Bobby Yaldwin, Yak, is part-time lifeguard and full-time paramedic.
Bob Yaldwin, being the paramedic that he is, Terry's asked for further assistance to see if they can ascertain what's up with him.
Bob here is a paramedic. He's also a paramedic. This young kid's been complaining of just out of the blue abdominal pain.
Okay. Whereabouts is it? So around there. Have you been hit by a board or anything you haven't known? Worse when I push? Right. And has everything been normal lately? All been good? Just came out of the blue, did it? All right. Now tell me, is it definitely in the middle here? It's not on the right-hand side here?
a little bit here, but mostly in this.
A little bit here. Now, obviously, I can't see you haven't had your appendix out before.
No, you haven't.
We all get an ambo down, yep?
We're going to go with an ambulance.
Ambulance, please.
It's a little bit to the right-hand side, which may be his appendix, I'm not sure, but he's saying it's more central and just a little bit to the right. It's okay, Sam. We're gonna take the pain away, all right? All right, mate. This will help, all right? You've got to breathe through it, mate. You've just got to breathe through it and try and relax.
Lifeguards administer methoxyflurane,
All right, leave it in there.
better known as the green whistle.
Just try nice and slowly, all right? Nice breaths, just as you're breathing normally.
The powerful painkiller should take effect in seconds.
All right, mate. It'll work. This will work, all right? Your body's got receptors and the pain signal has a pathway it goes through and it's just blocking those pain. Yeah.
But Calvin is only getting worse.
Oh, my
I know, mate, I know. Unfortunately, we just got to wait for the ambo, mate. Keep trying to breathe through that methoxy, okay? It'll be here shortly.
Normally what we would do with this type of condition is go and get further tests done. Okay? So, are you organised with all your stuff?
1, 2, 3, up.
If Calvin is suffering a ruptured appendix, he requires urgent treatment.
Up. All right. There, that's good. Talk to Brendan.
In the middle and on the side.
Hopefully it's something
Paramedics must manage Calvin's pain before they move him. He needs more than the green whistle.
You ever had morphine before?
About that.
No, we know he's never had morphine before. No,
Calvin's now endured 20 minutes of excruciating pain.
Really very sharp, isn't Doesn't have any history of any other medical conditions.
Once he's had this morphine, he'll definitely go to City Children's. We're just trying to make it as comfortable for him as we can before we move him.
By now, the strong opiate should be working.
Okay, so if it was 10 before, what's the number now? Righto, that's a 10.
The green whistle provided no relief from Calvin's abdominal pain.
It's getting worse.
Nor has an injection of morphine. Paramedics have nothing stronger to treat him with.
Just relax, mate, alright? Now we're going to lift you on this board, okay? It's only for about 3 or 4 metres, alright? We'll get you in the truck. Okay, is everyone right?
Yep, I'm good.
My son's a very similar age to that young boy, and I hate seeing kids in pain. It's one of the things that really gets to me. They got him on the morphine, so hopefully everything's going to be okay.
A trip to emergency will hopefully reveal the cause of Calvin's pain.
The parents were really good and they kept really calm, and that keeps everyone else around them calm, and it probably helps in the end. But when you've got significant pain like that poor little boy had, so it's nothing you really do helps.
Mid-afternoon, and a volunteer lifesaver approaches the lifeguard tower.
Oh, I can see that.
Straight away we grab our Medikit and we go down to check out what's happening.
Chapo, he's conscious, he's breathing, he's just sort of mid-fit. I'm going to have a look if he's got any medication for it.
When we have patients having episodes, our primary adjustment for them is their own care. Depending on the severity of them, they can last from 30 seconds or a substantial amount of time.
Right there, Alex?
Alex came to the beach with some fellow backpackers he's only recently met.
He hasn't been drinking alcohol, no drugs, no nothing today. A bit hungover. That's about it. Yeah.
Any number of triggers can cause a seizure.
Have you guys seen him eat anything today?
If you got a coffee,
Yeah. All right.
The clubbies are getting an ambo now.
Seizures occur when nerve cells fire more rapidly than usual, momentarily acting like an electrical disturbance in the brain.
It was confronting, he bit his tongue, there was a lot of fluid, he was thrashing around. Yeah, we just got to really monitor him, make sure his airway's clear.
Seizures which last longer than 5 minutes are classified as a medical emergency.
He's just got his body on his tongue or his lip.
Alex's seizure has now been going for 10 minutes.
I'll take the head if you want. I have come across episodes like this that have lasted a substantial amount of time, and when they do, you basically can cook yourself and cause some major neurological damage. Got to really monitor him, make sure his airway's clear.
Yeah, and he just goes through it, doesn't he?
That's the really
he's going through it more now.
You're right there, Alex? Not much we can do.
Try and relax.
Lifeguards have limited experience in treating cases like this.
Now, unfortunately, we're not doctors, we're not paramedics. We can just turn up and be that first responder until the paramedics come.
The seizure has now been going for 15 minutes.
Basically, with episodes like this, they can lead into brain damage. I know it's crucial that the paramedics turn up or this guy's in serious danger. Now that this is the sleep stage of it, body's in absolute survival fight mode.
Finally, relief seems to be in sight as the convulsions ease.
When the patient starts showing signs that he is coming through the episode, it is a little bit of a relief, but I know from experience that it's very crucial to keep monitoring the vital signs, monitoring the airway. How are you?
Hey guys.
Paramedics arrive to find an awake but confused and disoriented patient.
Alex, do you remember what I told you my name was before? Alex?
It's almost like hitting restart on a computer. There's a bit of a time to reboot the system and work out what's going on.
We just got some oxygen on for you, Alex.
In his dazed condition, Alex resists the paramedics.
So just let him go for a second. Okay. You got his arm there?
Yeah,
okay. Clear that off.
Do you want us to straighten him down?
Yep. All right, as best we can.
Okay, so I'll get him nice and tight.
1, 2, 3.
All right, go head first. Unfortunately, strapping him to the board so he doesn't injure himself is crucial.
Everything's under control. All right. We just got you on a board just to get you off the beach, all right? Everything's okay, you're not in trouble. Okay, we're just trying to look after you.
Unfortunately, when we were loading Alex into the ambulance, he was slipping back into this episode.
Keep it straight down, keep going.
But it was good to see him go off and receive the advanced care that he needs. We don't often hear about the outcome of patients we treat, but hopefully Alex is doing okay and he's continuing on his trip around Australia.